Hi everybody, today I'm going to talk to you about solving simple addition and subtraction equations. And I want you to focus on the first one here, which tells me that x plus 2 is 5. And I'm going to show you two different ways of solving this equation. Now firstly, what we're looking to do is we're looking to find out what number x stands for. And that basically means what number would I put where x is so it makes this expression true. Now, when you're younger, in a junior school, and you're looking at simple addition questions, you get this type of setup here, where you have to fill the correct number into the box. And that's no different from changing the blank box to a letter. We're basically trying to find out what number fits in this spot here beside the 2. So if I think of it like, what number do I add 2 to get the answer 5? I can very quickly say, okay, that must be a 3, because 3 plus 2 is 5. So if I think of the initial equation like that, what number do I put here that I would add 2 to get 5? The answer must be 3. So therefore the solution to the equation would be x is equal to 3. Now, another way that some people like to think about solving this type of equation is they like to get letters on one side of the equation and numbers on the other. Now at the moment, if I think of this as the left hand side of the equation, there's the equals, and this is the right hand side of the equation. So I'm going to talk about left hand side and right hand side. So if I want to keep the letter where it is on the left, I need to move this plus 2, and don't forget, always look to the left of a number or letter to see what sign it is. So we can see clearly here that there's a plus to the left of the 2, so that means it's a plus 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this 2 out of the left hand side across the equals into the right hand side. Now, there's a really important rule of maths that you need to remember at this stage, is if we move anything that's a letter or a number across the equals, it changes sign. So if it starts off as a positive number, it becomes a negative number when you move it, and vice versa. If it starts off as a negative number, it will become a positive number when you move it. So in this particular case, when I move the plus 2 over to the right hand side, that will change to a minus 2. So let's see, what does that give me? On the left hand side, I've now got the x on its own. On the right hand side, I've got the 5, which was there from the start. And again, this plus 2 comes across in here to become a minus 2. So what does that leave me with? It leaves me with x is equal to 5 minus 2, which is 3, which is the same solution, obviously, as the left hand problem. So there's two different ways of looking at the same equation to solve. Now, if we look at those methods again for subtraction, if we look here, first of all, what number do I take away 4 from to get the answer 10? It's similar to thinking if I had a blank box, what number would I put in here that if we took 4 away from it, you get the answer 10? And I'm sure you know already the answer here is 14. So that tells me that the solution of the equation is x equals 14, because 14 minus 4 is 10. Now, if we look at the second method again on the right hand side here, what I'm going to do is similar to what I did before. I'm going to keep the letter on the left hand side, and I'm going to move the number to the right. And let's be careful this time, because we're moving a minus 4 this time. We look to the left, we can see it's a minus 4. And when I move that, that's going to become a plus 4. So how does that look now? It looks like x equals 10, and the minus 4 is coming across into the right hand side to become a plus 4. So that leaves me with x equals 14. So there's two ways of looking at solving those basic equations involving additions and subtractions.